Evet, başlayalım. Buradan dökerim. Buraya koyayım. Uzaklaştırayım. Sesim geliyor mu? Mikrofon da açık ama. En son ne yapmıştık? Ortalığı birbirine katmıştık en son. Bir tane abi içimizden geçiyordu az kala. Şunu kapayım. Hadi bakalım Senuacım. Buradan gelmedik mi ya? Buradan geldik. Teşekkür ederim kardeşim, hoş geldin.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And then she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
Yine yolluyor bir şeyler.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them. Senua.
Mother? Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Abi gerisin geriye koşturdular bizi ya. Abi sen kimsin ya? Gel lan. Ya. Sandığa mı geldi? Ay. İkinizi aynı anda döverim böyle. Ay. Ah. Bir Nusret bir de ben. Heh. Şu simge Northgard'da da vardı galiba. Ha kaç? Vur vur vur vur.
She needs to go back.
She can't.
It won't open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
She hasn't challenged Cert.
Bunu dinlemiş miydik?
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow, but you weren't expecting that.
Abi dinlemiştik, hatırladım şimdi. Açılmaz ki. Daha ortaya gidelim. Bir kapı daha vardı sanki. Aa, şurada.
Surt, the fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds.
Yüzde mı var orada?
Outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Ay. Ya öf. Ne gidiyorsun ya?
She finished him!
Yine buradayım. Hadi gel bekle. Anladım.
Run away.
Go. Look behind!
Öf.
Behind you!
Ay, tuşlar karıştı yine. Uzaklaş, uzaklaş.
Come this far, she needs it. He's too far. He's gone!
Yes, yes, Senua!
Hoş geldin Derya.
It's the secret.
Still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Gitmiyorlar ki. Gitseler de rahat rahat oynasak zaten.
Screams will help you.
Are they screams?
Follow the screams. Screams.
Yok pek değil.
You can hear the rooms. The rooms.
Screams will help you.
Yine takıldık kaldık ya.
Follow the screams. Screams. She needs to find the
Burada bir yere mi denk getireceğiz?
Are they screaming?
Şuraya tekrar çıkacağım.
The rooms.
Tamam, bunu bulduk.
Are they screaming?
Şu ağaçla alakalı mı?
The rooms.
Da bunu. Ama budur.
Focus. No. Screams will help you. Screams.
Çarmıha gelmişler adam ya.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
Bakalım. Ben iki yere bakınca mı açıldı kapı? Böyle mi yürüyor bu işler?
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Now you will kill me. Truva mı lan o? Kanka Çorum'a giderken bura.
Behind you! You can do this! Okay, go again! Behind you! You can do it! You're close! Shoot him! They're winning!
Kırılmıyor adamın kalkanı ya. Konya yolunda, Konya.
Behind you! Watch it!
Ay. Abi siz kaç kere geleceğiniz ya? Önce seni alalım.
Stop them!
Öf.
He's finished!
Güzel kamma oldu.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Ateşi takip et. Tam buradan geldik. Mevzudan mevzuya koşuyoruz.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Kızım seni bir doktora götürelim ya. Olmaz böyle.
Where's it gone? The fire's just the pyre. Surt is through there.
He's waiting for her.
You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth,
Şuradan geçeceğiz.
find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it.
He's waiting for you. It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting.
Bakalım bunu anlatıyor.
Is waiting for you.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Göreceğiz. Orada da gezeriz biz. Kızdaki bu inat olduğu sürece her yerde gezeriz adam. Haksız mıyım Derya?
What's the gate?
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire
Another
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
söylemiştik daha önceden zaten. Yine kararlı ortalık.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it? And then
Everything will burn.
concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Lan Senua adam. Kafama çarptı. Detaylı oyun yapmışlar.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Biz varız tatlım. Bir tane daha mı ya?
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Bilmece, bilmece. Her yer bilmece. Sunak nerede? Evet, daha.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Burada mı burada o ya? Nerede ya? Abi nerede bu işaret? Bir fikri olan var mı ya? Bakalım. Nerede var? Diğer taraf şu yukarısı mı? İşaret burada. Şu odun var bak. Şuraya koşarak çarpsak.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Biz bu bilgiyi biliyoruz zaten abicim, onu arıyoruz. Ya işareti en çok burada çıkıyor. Buralarda bir yerde olmalı. Şu an baktığım yere doğru mu? Tamam işte oraya gidemiyorum ki. Oraya gitmem için bu kapıyı açmam lazım. Bu kapıyı açmam için de şu işareti bulmam lazım. Gidilmiyor işte oraya. Onun için ilk önce şu işareti bulmam lazım. Abi hiçbir şeyde benzetemiyorum ki şu işarete ya. Yine basit bir şey çıkacak. Benim sinirimi bozacak. Bu ikisi olsa, o ikisi görüş açımın ortasında olacak. Demektir. Şöyle olsa. Aha bulacağım. Oh be. Ağaçlardaymış. İlk önce bir sigara saracağım. Kafayı en başta kullansam böyle olmayacak ama. Ben de mi yanıyorum lan? Run Senua run. Koş. Yürü, 3 kere geçtik buradan ya. Lan! Ya yanıyoruz burada, yanıyoruz.
Okay, go! Attack! Take him down! Take him down now!
Ay! Başka var mı? Yok. Koş. Hayır, özür dilerim, çarptım sana.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse. And have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the pride!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Abi herkes ölmüş ya. Aa, Dreamcatcher mı lan bu? Değişik bir şeymiş ha. Bir kapı daha. Neyse, kapıya gidelim önce. Bilgi verir belki. Aleykümselam, hoş geldin. Oo,
Tell me
3
truth.
tane bulacağız.
How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire.
Bunu bulduk.
They
Tamam.
left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
Onu temin
I'm
nasıl?
glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Bence bu. Dışarıdan bakacağız. Ya da benzeri başka var. Ona dışarıdan bakacağız. Tersini bulduk.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods.
Aa, öyle bir dizi vardı.
Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies.
Vallahi beni de çok
There is
geriyor
nothing
ya.
they can do to prevent it. But Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping
Sonunu getirebildin mi?
to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Peki. Buradan çıkacağız. Umarım ben de getirebilirim ya. Tamam. Bu da cepte. Aç abi kapıyı. Kaldı bir tane daha. Ya böyle şifre mi saklanır ya? Lan eskaza bulduk. Koş koş koş koş koş. Resmen simgeyi saklamak için uğraşmışlar.
Senua,
If I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you.
Hadi dokun hadi.
Run, Senua! Run! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop! Run, Senua! Run! Run! Run! Run, Senua! Through the fire!
Şimdi oynayacağım ya. Biraz oynadık zaten.
She's dying.
It's empty. It's
Bu ne, kafatası mı bu ya? Aa, kül olduk.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
Karakter tasarımlarını çok güzel yapmışlar ya.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it.
Evet, başrolünü görmüştüm.
I will come back to you.
Tam sinematik yapmışlar ya. Bayıldım.
Come on.
Senua of Surt, take his mark, and I will chase you from this world and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
O şans çok güzel.
Slow. Stop it now. What you doing?
believe they can see you.
Watch out!
What's happening? Oh! Focus! Focus now! Quick! Cersei's getting stronger! Stop now! Stop!
Bölme öyle. Şu kelleyi.
It's too hot! Don't go near! It's too hot!
Aa,
There's blood.
ateşten korksak sigara içmeyiz koçum. Sen kimsin? Ne oldu? Rün mü açıldı? Ne
For
oldu
every
orada?
battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall.
Deme öyle deme.
We all fall. Even the gods have their time.
Olmadı Senua gibi kılıcı alır koşturur sağa sola.
Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
See you
You
in
ready?
hell.
To face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
Abi adamlar yanmış, halatlar yanmamış. Gerisin geriye koş. Üf.
Truth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world.
Onun anlamı biraz daha farklı ama.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
Açabiliyoruz mu tekrardan? Yanlış yere saptım. Nereden bir? Burada.
you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it
Şuraya
may seem
gidebiliyoruz
that
mu
way to
acaba
others,
ya? Merak
you know
ettim
when it is
neymiş
true.
o.
You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter.
Buradaki açıklık mı?
And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
3 kere mi öldü? Ne zaman ya? Benim konsolümde ölmedi hiç.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Haydi bire bismillah.
Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it.
Into the darkness. Hello darkness, my old friend.
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Nefes takmaya çalışıyor lan. Sevdiceğimizi bulduk galiba.
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came. Through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's
Kaza
so far
geçirmişler.
away.
Ne var ne yok ya.
They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now
Bu seremoniyi biliyorum ben.
in the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
Ceza yöntemi kanka. Adamın sırtını açıyorlar, derisini. Böyle açıklığa bırakıyorlar asarak. Sonra kargalar margalar geliyor, yiyor onu. Çok iğrenç bir şey ya. Bir tane dizide vardı. Vikings'te vardı.
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest.
Cehenneme gidiyoruz işte.
There is
Çocuğu almaya.
nothing else left.
Lan harbiden de Truva'ya geldik. Oyun bu aşağıda başlamıştı zaten şu an. Orada. Aa, kabarmış. Gel anam gel.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
Gel bakalım. Anladım.
Why suffer the past when there is a new world ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Bayıldım şarkıya ya. Lan. Senin kalkanına. Oy.
Defend yourself. Better fight.
Kaç. cehenneme.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another charge.
Kaç. O tip ne lan?
Quick, get up! She's injured. She's not gonna make it. Watch out!
Abi nereye kaçayım? Öldüm mü lan? Ölmüşüm ya. Oy. Oy. Af, amma hızlı hareket ediyorsun sen. Cüssene göre.
End it! End it now! This is nearly the end.
Düştü mü?
Take him down! Take him down now! Behind you!
Hop. Abi yetişemiyorum ya.
Too slow! She finished him!
Lan koş.
Don't give up! He's gone!
Seni de çözdük. Ay. Nereye gidiyorsun? Değil. Nereye o zaman ya? Ben bastım daha demin burada ya. Evet, yine bir bilmece.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Nerede bu ikisi ya? Olacakmış gibi hissediyorum ama.
Senua.
Dedim. Aynen onlardaymış.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger, Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Bu da cepte. Evet, hayalledim. Sen dün denk gelmedin mi ona? Var mı burada? İşte aradım buldum. En sonunda hallettik. Buraya girmeden önce ben bir kahve alayım, bir de su içeyim.
song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
O ne?
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace.
It's us.
The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Bir boşuna mı geldim buraya kadar? Aa, kılıç kırıldı. Animedeki devlere benziyor. Ama bu aptal değil.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if
Biz
each
neler
one of us
çekiyoruz
is
Darya'yla
always dreaming,
başından beri.
even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You fail the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed.
Aptallar ama oradaki devlerde, ben ne yapayım?
Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
Kızım sen nasıl bir şizofrensin ya?
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself. Because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Ama o 5-10 meselikler aptal böyle
You're
koşuyorlar.
too much of a coward to fight and end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Ya kılıcı döveriz yine gireriz. Öldürme kendini tatlım, yapma böyle şeyler.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Daddy. Daddy, it's
Not like this.
it can't. It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Baby, you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No.
O ne, tanrı mı geliyor?
It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't.
Vallahi ben böyle sorunlusunu görmedim ya. Suratını çizdi kılıçla.
Come to me.
Ben jiletle tıraş olurken aklım çıkıyor benim. Hadi sevdiceğinden güç al hadi.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind.
No, he's here.
It's in your mind.
It's real. It's happening.
Go towards it.
Hadi gidelim bakalım. Sen niye oranı tutuyorsun ya?
There it is. You're imagining this. It's dead. It's gone slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. We told you.
Gülüşe bak ya.
Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Hadi yapabilirsin. Buralara kadar nasıl geldin sen? Hadi.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbao made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own.
Sıcak su torbası da yok garibimin. Ne yapsın?
Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
O savaşıyor mu orada? Ne yapıyor ya? Nasıl bir yansımasın sen? Yalnız bu kol iyice kararmış.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
You have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if
Dikkatli,
dancing,
yavaş yavaş.
and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Yine gidiyoruz bir yerlere ama.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother, King Siggeir, wants it,
Excalibur.
but Sigmund refuses him. So King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Yanındaki merdiveni görmemişim. Yine lanet olası bir kapı. Kırmızı yanan yerler. Niye FPS topladım ben ya? Ben nereye gideceğim? Bir sıkıntı var oyunda, bir saniye. onları açmadık galiba ya. Ben de tam anlamadım. Benim de dikkatimi çekti. Burası neymiş? Ya aynı yere geldik.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked,
İzlemiyorum ki.
perfecting her own secret dance. Wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really believe it's real? You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss?
Çok ışık var
If
ya.
only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Bu yaşam ağacına benziyor Türk mitolojisindeki. Nedense benzettim. Görüntü mü donuyor?
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Would you come and watch? And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make.
İnternetin kaldırmıyor o zaman ya. Şu ekranlardan birini kapatayım. Bir saniye. Sen kapan. Display settings. Disconnect. Keep. Sen aşağıya gel. Yayın kalitesini düşürsem mi? Yok. Sen şöyle dur. Kaliteyi düşüremiyorum ya. Şöyle bir deneyelim. Derya sende de donuyor mu?
Sense of it, and darkness becomes a part of who you
Eğer
are.
donarsa yine söyleyin.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua
Şöyle deneyelim.
knows that there's no going back to how things were.
PC ile alakası yok ya, şeyle
That
alakası.
there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to
Evet,
destroy you.
internetten dolayı.
I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
That's my girl.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Ne aşkmış ya.
By the tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Donma yapıyor mu yine? Suratını çizdi ya böyle kendi kılıcıyla. İntihar edecek zannettim ben.
Take a sword. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Ha, olabilir.
It's a trick. It's a trick. It's ending. It's coming from there and there. Oh, what are they? Look, where's it coming from? She started something. Oh,
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death
Bindik
will
bir
take you
arabaya,
to new
gidiyoruz
lands
kıyamete.
where you will face the trials.
go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. The metal, the runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Shards. Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
It's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you, about the sword Tyrving.
Gözümü bozdu ya.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we
Oha.
now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, it forces itself onto our friends or loved ones. Then comes the reckoning.
Feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why would Dillian do this? Turn back. Why would he bring her here? It's not safe here. Why would he do something so dangerous? It can't be Dillian. He would never bring her here. Dillian would never do that. He would never risk her going there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Ben tırsmaya başladım.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Burada ne var? Şunu yakabiliyoruz mu ya? Ah, yakabiliyoruz.
He's gone. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally. You found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
What's happened to him?
Geldik bir kere artık kanka. Ama nereye gideceğiz? Şurada bir şey yok. Geri dönelim.
I'll find him.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing.
Duymadım ya.
His noise or the voice of the dead.
Ne geriyorsunuz beni?
Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him? Where is he? He sounds like he's getting further away. Have you lost him? You're going the wrong way. Are you lost and have you lost him? Where are you? Turn left. Turn
Bu
right.
kırmızı ışıkları diyorsun değil mi? Bunları
This way.
dinledikçe
Senua,
onlar açılıyor
You
galiba.
remind
Ben
me of
öyle
a
anladım.
story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Bak bu işaret X aşağıda, şu aşağıda hemen, bak şu saat 6 yönünde bir X daha var. Bak arada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tane kaçırmışız. Benim anladığım bu. Bu yanıyor mu? Yanmıyor. Sümeyye de çıktı.
Don't touch the walls. You don't know what they might do. Turn back. She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep going. If you go down there,
O
no
ne
one
lan?
can save you. It's too scary.
Ayna mı o? Değil. Oha, burasıyla aynı.
Find
find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus.
Yansıma yapmışlar. Hoşuma
Use
gitti.
your mind.
Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers.
I can hear him.
Bak X'in yanında hemen yine bu aynı işaret var. Demek ki
Herva
doğru
disguises
demişiz.
herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
The voice is getting louder. Listen.
Dillian,
Listen.
it's him.
Listen. It's getting louder.
There he is.
You're getting closer.
Keep going.
Senua, follow the voice.
You're nearly there. It's him.
Sağ sünnettir.
He's trying to save you.
Find the voice.
Find him.
Kılıca ne olmuş öyle ya?
You don't recognize it?
Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it.
She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. You do.
Siktir ya.
She doesn't.
Listen for his voice. Listen.
Dillian, where are
Listen
you?
for his voice.
Dillian. She can't hear it.
Ben de bundan korkuyordum.
It's not him. It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Ay, söylemeyeceğim. Ne yapıyorlar çocuğa ya?
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
It's not Dillian.
That doesn't sound like Dillian.
It's not.
What's in there?
What is it?
A secret room.
That voice. It's not Dillian.
There's no way in.
Find a way.
There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop.
What's in there?
Ya yine nereye düştük biz ya? Hiç giresim yok oraya. Karanlığa gitmek istiyorum.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Başarım geldiğine göre doğru yoldayız. Atma onu, lazım olacak. Cık. Ya salak kadın.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy,
The chief said so.
no.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
Görüntü kalitesi nasıl?
You will not defy the gods.
Kaliteyi arttırabilirim biraz daha istersen.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
I'm gonna kill darkness.
It's done.
You did it.
But there's more.
Keep going.
There's more.
You're tired, but you have to keep going.
There's still more.
There's always more to do.
It's not going to be easy.
Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy?
She hasn't got the energy.
No. Too much to do.
Aa, karnını tutmuyor artık. Ona nasıl gideceğim ben? Buradan mı? Haydi bire bismillah.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
It's
Creepy.
creepy.
It feels wrong.
It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we?
Turn back.
This is wrong.
Bunun gözlerine mi?
Dilius,
The light.
go towards it.
He's in the house.
Find
He's
him.
going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
The air
Where's
is
it
not-
gone? Keep going.
How do you find it? It's just a trial.
It's just another test.
You just have to solve it, and then you will find him.
Then you succeed.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Delia will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it?
İstersen oyuna devam edebilirim, istersen
Don't worry. Not
kesebiliriz.
everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water, she could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong, something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
You have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Şu yukarıdan açacağız onu.
The Northmen speak
Yorulduğun
of a
zaman
death
söyle
moon,
durdururuz.
a light shaped like a
Benim
half
oynayasım
moon
var.
that appears inside the
Yorgunum ama
house
var yani.
and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon,
Görüntü kalitesi nasıl?
beware,
Arttırabilirim
because there
istersen.
will be death in that house.
Until the deaths.
That's it.
You did it. She did do it.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle. You found a way.
To climb the tower.
The ladder.
Ya kızlar aptal mı
You can
zannettiniz
see
siz
it.
bizi?
A line to the truth. The bridge.
Ben dün gece sabahladım ya. Şurayı onaracaktık ama birazcık daha ileriden sanırım. Hadi. Ne istiyorsun? Aha oldu. Aa olmamış.
She did it.
Did it. You fixed the bridge.
Fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You
Kaliteyi istersen arttırabilirim. Eğer sesim tam net gelmiyorsa oyunun sesini de kısabilirim biraz. Sekizde mi? Ben bir 3 saat uyuyakalmışım çalışırken. Bir o var. Evet, bir şeyler olacak şimdi.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
Dillian!
They're coming for me.
I'm dying. It's too much.
Someone's calling you. Someone's calling you right here.
What's that voice?
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him.
Dillian?
Go to him. He's trying to save us. There it is. It's close.
Öldük mü? Niye? Oraya gitmiyoruz. Ya labirent mükemmel.
There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. You'll die. You're dying. The bearings.
Kaçamıyorum. Neyden kaçacağımı da bilmiyorum. Burada.
Your sword. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword? To defend yourself. What is that creature? I can't defend you. It's Dillian. Find the creature. Where's Dillian? Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it?
I'm not safe.
You're dying. You're dying. This is what death feels like.
What should I do?
Focus. Two more to find. Where are they, Senua? Where's Dillian? Where are you?
Ateş geliyor yine.
Don't get lost. Don't let it see you. You'll start to burn.
Aa, geliyor yine. Kıstım.
This is taking too long. Can you hear him?
Kısıyorum.
You're lost. You have to find them. Where are they? The light. Go towards it. Focus. Focus. No, to find one.
Tamam, hadi
one
hadi
task.
geliyor. Götü olanı var aklımızda.
Where is he?
Nerede ışık? Asiktir. Yakıyor göt veren. Hadi. Koş. Geldi.
You've got them. Where's the door? Find a way out. Find it. Get out. Run. Run. Run. Let him look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Koş koş koş koş koş. Hadi çık şuradan. Kapa. Abi kılıcımı verin bana ya.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are like I have.
Korona mı? Keşke sana korona olsa.
You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Tamam, bunu da geçtik. Ateşten kaça kaça.
What if you're wrong? What to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. Being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way
Giriyorum.
it's going to go.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature.
Aşk
He spoke
karın
fair
doyuruyorsa.
words. He gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Hı, yine gidiyoruz bir yere. Üf. Geldim aşkım, bekle. Yüz ne lan o? Bak o demiri atma işte. Keseriz.
What does it see? Get closer. It's dangerous. Don't go near it. Don't go there. Don't go too close. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nice here. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it feels. It's safe here. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it. Dillian, don't forget. You can feel You need the runes to find Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you. He always said he would. He's open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She can't. Open the gate. She can't.
Kapıyı nasıl
She
açayım
will.
ablacığım?
She'll find a way. She knows right away.
Ne?
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Abi kapı açılmayan yerde ben o şeyi nasıl bulacağım? Atma onu, bak lazım oluyor. Kılıç kırıldı ya.
Bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Senua?
Diğer yerden gideceğiz kızlar. Bu kadar şey. işte onu
Go
çıkartmaya
through it.
çalışıyoruz.
Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe.
Bu aynı kapı mı acaba? Aynı işaret mi bu? Aynı işaret. Aa, bir yüz daha var burada.
Dillian.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through.
Before he disappears.
Dillian, don't lose him.
Way too many times.
Please let him disappear.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one.
He's in the other one.
He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
You can't go up
You
there.
can't go up.
Not in this world.
Not in this world. You can't.
Peki bu işaret nerede?
Dillian saved her.
You owe your life to Dillian.
You owe everything to him.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Remember Dillian.
Bunun tersi
Do you
olabilir.
remember the sound of his voice?
Hoş geldin. Kaliteyi düşüreyim ben hemen. Azıcık bekleyeceğiniz orada. Geldi mi şimdi görüntü?
Do you think she remembers him? Do you remember the way he looked?
Do you remember the way he stroked your hair?
Do you remember the way he felt?
He was the only one that didn't mind the curse.
He loved her so much.
Yayını başlatmadı mı bu ya? Ya başlamış. Oyunda başlamış.
Do you remember what it was to touch him? Do you remember the way he stroked your hair? Do you remember the way he felt?
Derya, orada mısın?
He's the reason she's alive at all. Dillian's in the tower.
Sümeyye izleyemiyor şu an. Settings.
He saved you. He saved you.
Görüntü çok kötüleşti mi?
His love keeps you strong.
Senua. Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Ne oldu? Ön tarafa çıktık. Ama bizim arka tarafına
Do you
geçmemiz lazım.
remember the way he touched you? Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree?
Ya arkadaş, şunun tersisin işte de. O arkaya nasıl geçeceğim ben? Bir saniye.
He was the only one that really loved
Bak şimdi kapıları açtık. Kapıdan geçtim ya. Şimdi tekrar
Now the darkness is swallowing you both.
karanlık dünyaya dönelim.
The curse cannot be
Burası da kapalı.
The things you love.
Oyun deli ettin beni.
You had that loved you. You squashed it, you strangled it, flattened it. The curse cannot be undone.
Hadi geç.
Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe?
Dillian loves you.
Dillian saved you. Dillian cared for her like no one else has.
Dillian's the only reason she's still alive.
It's the secret. do you feel? Dillian saved her.
You owe your life to Dillian.
You owe everything to him.
Bir fikriniz var mı? Aa, bunun yansımasına niye bakmıyorum ben? Atla kız aşağıya.
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
Oh be!
Senua, you've got it.
Amma zorlandım.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the
Tamam,
dark
şimdi
world.
kapıyı açtık.
World.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
Bayağı zorlayıcı yapmışlar ama.
Strangled. Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the thing she loves.
She destroys the thing she loves.
Açılan işte.
Dillian,
Where are you taking us?
he's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it. You're nearly there. She'll find the way. You have no chance for love now.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. Does he deserve to be dead?
How does that make you feel?
Evet, bir tane daha geldi.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbao and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Tess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames.
With your love, because he
When
believed
Balder's
in you.
wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit. sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
You broke him, you killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you.
Things that are most precious to you. He led you astray.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
Tamam, bunu hızlı
No
hızlı.
time for this. Speedy slow. It's all part of their game.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
Laughing at you.
What if they take you no closer to Dillian?
About Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way.
What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle?
Dillian. He didn't know. He was kind. He believed you. Dillian saved you from them.
Onun yansıması yok. Hiç şaşırmadım. Şöyle yapacağız o zaman. Diğer dünyaya döneceğiz. Bu kapıdan geçeceğiz büyük ihtimalle.
Didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except...
Dayı niye durdu? Anlatıyordu ne güzel ya.
You broke him, you killed him. You couldn't see the darkness within you. Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree? What if this is pointless?
Tamam, bu da cepte.
Why did you think you
Diğeri
could do this
nerede?
world?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense?
They're a trick.
The gods
were lying. You think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't
really
make sense.
He saw
Words.
the gods, but it doesn't mean anything.
You can't read this language, you don't understand.
Sinbel was right.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed. Never succeed. Slow, quicker.
Bir gün daha kaldı. O nerede acaba?
You're cursed.
Ve işaretleri çıkmadı ki.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the thing she
Can't.
loves. She destroys the thing she loves. You had that loved you.
You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it.
The curse cannot be undone.
Ya buradaymış.
Dillian cared for her like no one else has.
Dillian's the only reason she's still alive.
To them about wasting your time just
Bu da cepte.
by minute.
Hadi gir.
What does she think she's doing? She's special. She thinks she
They mean nothing.
special.
Erkek sen bekle lan orada. Gitme bir yere.
The gods are just. What if the gods are laughing?
Öf,
Listen with her.
yine düşmemeye çalışacağız.
Be the first time.
It's not safe. You're going to fall.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld
You're going to fall.
and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbel.
Steady, she can do it. You can do it.
I guess he took after his
Yo,
father,
whoa, whoa,
the
whoa.
chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see,
Very careful.
and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, had to
Ya,
see the world through
neden?
his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Lan.
That's it.
Quicker.
Hadi geldik. Hadi. İşte benim kızım. Lan!
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to the
Göt veren atladı ya.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness.
Ha, Patronus büyüsü.
Cannot see through your eyes. No one can.
Especto Patronum.
My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you and only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking them from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore. They're gonna
Kanka
take
bugünlük
everything you
yeter mi
have.
ya?
The memories of ghosts. They belong to the
Benim
gods.
gözlerim kapanmaya
They're
başladı
eating you from
iyice.
the inside. They want
Ay.
to kill your soul. They want to crush it. You think they want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind and they're going to take it.
The memories.
Yarın yine kaldığımız yerden devam ederiz. Bu neymiş ya?
Stormy seas and lost.
Gidişata göre şey yapıyormuş. O yüzden spoiler yemeyelim durduk yere. Aynen ya, çok yoruldum. Ben düşüp bayılacağım birazdan. Ne kart düştü. İlk defa düştü. 53 kuruş. İyi para. Bunun becine bakalım. İyi geceler. Daha 2 tane düşmüş zaten. 2 tane daha düşecekmiş. Ulan 4 saattir oynuyoruz, daha yeni mi düşecek?